only Gambians, and this is our own thing, Gambia, you get me? So my fans is all in my bugegis boy, feel regular boy, it's a hot platform be la boy, yeah? You get me? This is how we do it. Then bugegis lu hell si dekabi ak lu waru si dekabi TV bi la. Fee la fee fancy and I'm the jama ak haters. Welcome to Gambia Talent TV show, you get me? Send whole halat yu bonni nañ ko sanni fele simbalit xale ndaw yi toog di ko foyee fële cause Beppa TV bu nekk si tundi Gambie gi Gambian Talent TV mooy seeni baay man one pack maa ko wax ku ko dinaay nga def leneen comme gars yi ñu ñooy defee yaa ngi understand ñun ñoo fi ñëw xoolal di régler lu fi manqué di mutal lu fi manqué di def lu fi kenn deful
Gambia ndere bada badi bunkali alo nyaming nyaki lingo nyama dunumata la fulanda na kuga to makere la kasata ay wali mbemintole Gambian Talents TV mbo to wala kale Gambian Talent TV nyulle nata Gambian Talents TV wo ko nyulle nata kantole kidimandi nyulle nata kantole nganyandi nyulle nata kali se wondi nyulle nata kali kunindi nyulle nata kali londi woto wala tinna ngoybe Facebook le wala tinna ngoybe YouTube wala tinna o ngoybe fanna bela ndabadi bunka Gambian Talents Winning TV boy ngoye wati ngawole la moy wati ngawole jube ndajawaro ngoye badi bunka Gambian Talents TV solemu mbeji mbetema ko sungalango ngoyo ko mbeji mbetema ko mi sungalango taj
Talents TV nyunulela doku seneyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku betiyata Gambia nkala doku betiyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku seneyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku betiyata ye Gambia nkala doku seneyata Yo Gambian Talents TV njalam alnal badi malam Managerial suso bintale bale jantonko alkal Gambian Talents TV lamo every day and night TV lamo yalla ko mashallah ila diamol ka betiale la promotion ka betiale wow ala baraka bake ala baraka fosila koteng
Gambia ndere bada badi bunkali alo nyaming nyaki lingo nyama dunumata la fulanda na kuga to makere la kasata ay wali mbemintole Gambian Talents TV mbo to wala kale Gambian Talent TV nyulle nata Gambian Talents TV wo ko nyulle nata kantole kidimandi nyulle nata kantole nganyandi nyulle nata kali se wondi nyulle nata kali kunindi nyulle nata kali londi woto wala tinna ngoybe Facebook le wala tinna ngoybe YouTube wala tinna o ngoybe fanna bela ndabadi bunka Gambian Talents Winning TV boy ngoye wati ngawole la moy wati jube ndajawaro ngoye badi bunka Gambian Talents TV solemu mbeji mbetema ko sungalango ngoye ko mbeji mbetema ko mi sungalango taj
Gambian Talents TV nyunulela doku seneyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku betiyata Gambia nkala doku betiyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku seneyata Gambia Talents TV nyunulela doku betiyata ye Gambia nkala doku seneyata Yo Gambian Talents TV njalam alnal badi malam Managerial suso bintale bale jantonko alkal Gambian Talents TV lamo every day and night TV lamo yalla ko mashallah ila diamol ka betiale la promotion ka betiale wow ala baraka bake ala baraka fosila koteng
ay wali Gambia ndere mena badi bunkali yalo nyaming nyakili mo nyama dunu matala fulanda na kuka to makere la kasata ay wali mbemi tole Gambian Talents TV mbo to wala kale Gambian Talent TV nyulle nata Gambian Talents TV wo ko nyulle nata kantole kidimandi nyulle nata kantole nganyandi nyulle nata kali se wondi nyulle nata kali kunindi nyulle nata kali londi oto wala tinna ngoybe Facebook le wala tinna ngoybe YouTube wala tinna o ngoybe fanna bela ndabadi bunka Gambian Talents Warning TV boy ngoye wate wati nkawolela moy wate wati nkawole jube ndajawaro ngoye badi bunka Gambian Talents TV solemu mbeji mbetema ko sungalango ngoye ko mbeji mbetema ko mi sungalango tay
from a kid min fama hani fen tuwaja am gini roli sol man muka hani fen tuwaleja albeni la ye duwaleja se jabur jam ndul ka bi freedom of buwaleja duwal bela duwa du buwal be buwa alla bola Gambian dream brikama boyo ndol kanna kuoleke is all about Gambian Talent TV. Tune in direct ala jibe stay tuned mimbe kering Gambia bantala Gambia luo
ay wali Gambia ndere yalo nyaming nyakili mo nyama dunu matala fulanda na kuka to makere la kasata ay wali mbemi tole Gambian Talents TV mbo to wala kale Gambian Talent TV nyulle Gambian Talents TV wo ko nyulle kantole kidimandi nyulle nata kantole nganyandi nyulle nata kali se wondi nyulle nata kali kunindi nyulle nata kali londi oto wala tinna ngoybe Facebook le wala tinna ngoybe YouTube wala tinna o ngoybe fanna bela ndabadi bunka Gambian Talents Warning TV boy ngoye wate wati nkawolela moy wate wati nkawole jube ndajawaro ngoye badi bunka Gambian Talents TV solemu mbeji mbetema ko sungalango ngoye ko mbeji mbetema ko mi sungalango tay
take it from a kid min fama hani fen tuwaja am gini roli sol man muka hani fen tuwaleja albeni la ye duwaleja se jabur jam ndul ka bi freedom of space te buwaleja duwal bela duwa du buwal be buwa alla bolon esti Gambian dream brikama boyo ndol kanna kuoleke is all about Gambian Talent TV. Tune in direct ala
Gambian Talent TV in your by show nakalenti kana microphone bedi pa Usman Ju we don't promise and fail. Sorry for the late start of the program. Yesterday we had the Luther Gambian show during which we talked a little bit about some of the things that are happening in the country, and of course one of the key issues we talked about was the endless demonstrations that have started taking shape in the country, and of course protests and counter-protests, as well as people coming up sometimes last week. They've accused their boss of several things. Of course, at this minute, the staff, some of the staff of this authority are at our studios in the Gambia, and I have to propose them and have a conversation to help us make sense out of all of this. What happened? I mean, all of a sudden, whatever the case is, going back to history. Yesterday during my show, I talked about how the Daily Observer, after 2017, staff of the Daily Observer came and expressed their grievances against their boss, Pamodumbo, of course, which led to him being sent packing at the end of the day. and had several unrest and saga between them and their boss. We have also seen different people coming out, staff of different institutions, including police, and of course several other institutions came out to express. Even Jakatin have demonstrated over the years. Padogal last year interviewed the president of the Bird Association. I mean, when they had their demonstration, we've also had the doctors demonstrate, the strike down protest. This is the order of the day in Gambia lately. Democracy and it comes with a price. I mean, this is one of the things we have to deal with. So the staff are in the studio, and I have the pleasure to talk to them. I greet them one by one, starting with Sedina Aliu Jaju, who at this minute is in the studio with the team. Sedina Aliu Jaju is I'm
the personnel in charge of the affairs of the staff who works at the authority, and also the other resources of the Food Safety and Quality Authority. My task is to ensure that the staff work in a peaceful environment, to ensure they deliver as per their term of reference.
Okay, and how long have you been working in this capacity?
I actually started at Food Safety as a personal assistant, and I climbed through the ladder to the position of admin and human resources officer. I started this institution sometime in 2015.
2015 is when you started working there. Okay, fair enough. I will move to the next person, of course, Mr. Dabo. Mustafa Dabo is a food inspector. Mustafa, what is your role as a food inspector?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Juke. It's a pleasure having me here. Our role as food inspectors basically is to carry out inspection activities, day-to-day inspection activities of food establishments, which includes water and beverages, and also to carry out clearances and certification of food products that are coming in and out of the country. So basically, these are one of our key functions, and among others, to also facilitate recommendations for the authority during our inspections, to also act accordingly due to those recommendations. So basically, these are fundamental responsibilities as far as inspection is concerned. So part of that also may I get you back?
I said, how long have you been in that position? How long have you held the position?
Yes, I've been in that position since 2016. But prior to that, I am a public health officer. I served through the length and breadth of the Gambia. So from there, I got appointed in food safety.
So you, and the person is Jalika Keta, who is also inspector. I asked them, Jalika, how long have you been with the authority?
Good evening. I've been with the authority for 3 years now, since 2016 December.
Okay, 2016 December. And your role is the same with that of Mustafa, right? If I understand you well, I understand.
Exactly.
Because you all have the same portfolio.
Exactly. I'm a food inspector, and just to add on a few things as our responsibilities is to also audit and food companies based on the Food Safety and Quality Act, and also to certify food that are leaving the country, like the fish and other food items that are leaving the country, and to also inspect food items that are also coming to the country.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
And yes, you've been doing this, as you said, since 2016.
Yes. Sure.
Oh, okay. And And we have Fatu Bay, who is also a food inspector. Fatu, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Good evening.
How long have you been with the authority?
Just a year.
Just a year, okay. So, we go straight into the discussion here. Sometimes, a few weeks ago, we started receiving documentation and information about you guys having a saga at the authority. I mean, I have looked at the petition that you guys signed and sent to the office of the Vice President. I mean, about 30-something staff of the authority actually signed this petition. What happened? Edina?
Yeah, well, actually, our petition was triggered with regards to the working conditions we the staff of FSQA are confronted with. One includes the leadership issue, corruption, nepotism, and abuse of office. The staff of Food Safety and Quality Authority have undergone many challenges, and we see to read that history will not be kind to us if we should continue working in such a polluted environment. As a result, that brought about the issue of the petition to raise our concern for authorities to act upon it.
Yes, I have looked at your petition, and you guys have put down numerous allegations against your boss. And I've also watched your press conference. One of the things you talked about is the issue of her endless travels. I mean, of course, at least twice a month, from what you guys said, and without authorization. What evidence do you guys have to back this up?
Okay, may I go?
Any of you can respond.
Yes. As far as that caption is concerned, you know, as inspectors and officials that are dealing with the day-to-day activities of the authority, we sometimes need urgent decisions to be taken as far as our work is concerned, because sometimes we may not be available in offices. But because, you know, we are posted in different zones, like at the POEs, that's the point of entries, that's the borders and the ports. You know, sometimes we will need a certain support from the office, which are very urgent, and then they need to be handled by the DG, because he's the only authorized person to pass certain decisions as far as certain issues are concerned. But then you will only come out to find out that, you know, she is not around. And sometimes, you know, it is very difficult looking at the situation that you may find yourself in, just to be told that, you know, she is not in. Sometimes you will send an email, but you'll be told to, you know, liaise with somebody. So this we found very interesting, and it is not conducive to the working environment of the Food Safety and Quality Authority, because as a credible institution, when the structures are functioning, there should be a line of communication. You know, as far as the DG is concerned, once she is traveling outside the country, there should be what we call the handing over. She should hand over the office to a competent person who, in her absence, should be able to take care of the office. So these are some of the things we feel, you know, are very crucial in the petition. This is why, you know, they feature in the petition. So we will reach to the end of the investigation, perhaps. So let me not go further to that until we reach there. So our colleagues are here when what they want to add.
Okay, any of you want to add anything to it before I ask the further question on that? Any of you want to add anything to that?
Yes. I would want to add something to that. I think I quite agree with what Mustafa just mentioned. We have a way in which we do our inspection. If I were to inspect a bakery or I were to inspect a restaurant, I have to write a report after inspecting that particular restaurant or a bakery. So So after writing that report, it's only the Director General, not our line manager, who needs to make actually approve recommendations that you made in that report. So if she is not around, after our director read the report, it has to go to her to review it and approve any corrective actions that we need to take. Let's say, for instance, we are supposed to close that particular establishment, or we are supposed to issue them a recommendation letter. The DG has to approve that before it goes. So like he said, at times we as staffs will not even be aware that she is traveled, unless and until you have to submit your report and ask for your report to come back so that you can enforce the recommendations that you made. Then you notice that the DG is not around. So this was the reason why we raised things like that in the petition.
Okay, well, it's important that you raise something like that. Or of course, according to the investigation's finding, you guys have claimed that she travels at least twice a month, and she has debunked that. The investigation didn't find that to be true. According to the investigation, she traveled only 5 times in 2019. What is you guys' reaction to that? I guess you guys, all of you must have seen the investigation, right? The findings of the investigation.
Okay, let me come to that. You know, petitions are claims. This is why investigations are very paramount. So the petition is like you are raising a red flag to tell the people, yes, this is what is going wrong. In the investigation, we don't expect everything to be 100% right, because some of these things, they are claims we are making, and then due to the information we receive, may not be necessarily, the actual reason. But then these are some of the feedbacks we get, sometimes, as far as we know. So we may not expect, all the investigation to be right. You understand? Because...
Yeah, I didn't get to respond. Actually, if you don't mind, you can have her respond again, because the call disconnected.
Okay, what I'm saying, in response to that, investigations... Yes. Yes, the petition was...
Go ahead.
I'm getting a feedback. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the petition...
Yes, go ahead. The petition
was like, we make it to raise a red flag to say these are some of the things that are happening that are abnormal to the working environment that we feel are necessary enough to be put in the petition. So it is the investigation, the reason why the investigation is paramount, to ascertain whether those claims are realistic enough, whether they stand or they are just claims. We don't expect all the claims to be right, perhaps, because of these are some of the feedbacks, we may get. But at least to our expectation, we feel that, all the claims, if not all, majority of the claims would be right. This is why, the petition was written. So based on the issue of traveling, these are some of the feedbacks we get. Because it is very frustrating. You call on the attention of the officer in charge. He will tell you the DG is not in. She has traveled. Whether on a mission or on other personal travel, we never know. But what we know is that she travels. So to qualify that, the investigation will have to, make that very clear to us, which we did not deny. You understand? So we did it just to raise it, and then for people to investigate and find out the realities, so that the truth will be known. This is why the investigation was very paramount.
But don't you guys think that your credibility is on the line here? Because if you are making any allegations, you need to have facts about everything that you are saying. So if you are not sure of one thing or the other, the way you guys spoke, it was like from your petition and from your press conference, it was like you guys were sure of what you were saying, all the allegations. Obviously, we will go through some of those allegations, and according to the recommendations or the report, most of what you guys said turned out to be true, actually. But of course, there are gray areas in some of this stuff, and this is one of them. You guys claiming that she travels multiple times, in fact, twice a month, and only to find out that she only traveled 5 times throughout the year, which is even less than this thing. If she was to travel 6 times, you could say she traveled 6 months out of the year, but 5 times is definitely even less than 50% of the year that she traveled. So how can you guys justify that?
Yes.
Your credibility is actually not in question here.
May I come in there? Okay, we agreed, and we actually go by what the investigation report come out with. But we raised this, like we said, we have evidence. You go to the office, you will be asked, told that the DG have traveled. Those are
Okay, that's why you raised it in the petition.
Yes.
Something else you accuse the DG of doing is, of course, nepotism. You guys claim that she has hired people that are close to her, and you've mentioned, I think, as a communication officer or somebody that you said are close to her. I mean, and she runs the institution as a family business or family-owned. You've accused her of nepotism to a great extent, talked about how her brother or brother's kids or family members use the car to do a lot of things, her brother driving the office car at night when she's not on the clock. And even there are times that the official car was used to transport her family to school and stuff, preventing staff from doing their work. What do you guys have to substantiate this claim?
Yeah, before going further, I would like to bring you behind with the issue of these troubles. In fact, if you look at the report, page 11, it says that DG Zenabu Jallo was issued clearance to travel for 10 days. Unfortunately, he collected a per diem of 15 days, making it now she has extra 5 days, which is what stated on the clearance as requested. And that tells you how corrupt she is. You don't expect for a person who is issued a clearance of 10 days to request another 5 extra days. Coming back to your other points you raised, I believe we can treat it one after the other as we go.
I am really having difficulty hearing them either. Hopefully I'll have to call direct line if they are hearing me. If you give me 1 minute, let me just put that together here and I will call back in a few minutes. I apologize for the inconvenience for those of you that are watching. Let's try the Skype again one more time. If that doesn't work, I will try direct line because I'm having Yes, you were saying something, Sayyidina?
Yes, I was saying, apparently, looking at the report, page 11, Zenabu Jallo requested 10 days clearance to travel. Can you hear me?
Yes, you said Zenabu Jallo did what?
She requested 10 days, and it was issued to her on the clearance.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
yes.
She requested for 15 days.
Yes.
Which now totals at 15. Instead of traveling for 10 days, she requested the per diem of 15 days. In fact, if you look at the report, it was suggested that she has to return that order 5 days per diem, which was paid to her. Coming back to your other questions, I believe we can answer one after the other to make justice to our audience who are watching.
Yes, I want to add something, please, if you don't mind. Okay, to add on to the traveler.
So what, I have read the report and I saw that, yes, she did have, she's asked to pay back the 5 days, extra 5 days she traveled. I mean, and of course she was expected to travel for 10 days, but she had clearance to travel for 10 days, and she traveled for 50, or requested per diem for 50 days. She's asked to return the other 5 days. That is there, but still, you guys said that she traveled twice a month, though. That doesn't take away the fact that you guys said she travels at least twice a month. That is what I was asking to actually substantiate.
Yes, okay. Sorry for coming in. This report about, it only covers 2019, if you could remember, because you are only talking about 2019. But how about the rest of the years? Because we are talking about a grace period of, that is a system in place. And you remember, government travels were restricted. 2019, there were a lot of restrictions in travels. So if you have to backdate your investigation, that will be more detailed and more fair enough to us. Because if we are to investigate, we make a claim, and we are not only restricting our claims to, we are talking about institutional failures and the lapses that are happening. So if you are talking about 20,
ay wali Gambia ndele meda badi bunkali alo nyaming nyakili mo nyama duduma tala fulanda na kuka to makere la kasata ay wali mbemintole Gambian Talents TV mbo to wala kale Gambian Talents TV nyulle nata Gambian Talents TV wo nyulle nata kantole kidimandi nyulle nata kantole nganyandi nyulle nata kali se wondi nyulle nata kali kunindi nyulle nata kali londi oto wala tinna nkoebe Facebook le wala tinna nkoebe YouTube wala tinna o nkoebe fanna.
Yes, these are normal, right? Yes, these are normal. These are normal in any society, because what I'm saying, if we don't come to clarify some of these things, maybe the community will be left in the dark, because this only talk about 2019, and I'm here to justify to you that 2019 was only meant she traveled for 5 times, and looking at the restrictions within the government system, on the travels and others, she has to cut it down. But do we know about 2018 and 2017? So this is what I'm saying. Now this is left to the people, for them to go out and find out. This is where our limit is. You the investigators, now it is left to you to go and then reveal some of these things to the public. So we are here, we say yes, we accept the findings, that we are marked law in that, but then at the end of the day, we expect other people to all go and unravel what happened in 2018 and 2017.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, but you are with her. If somebody says that you are just making these allegations up, then you can compolo. I'll make up for the new money. Then you can just compolo, right? You set her up.
No.
Okay, that's our opinion. We cannot we cannot deny opinions. This is.
Let me hear the.
Mr. Youth.
Let me get the comment there.
Matu nga ko manika account. Very yada to manika account. So matu pa nga ko manika account. So amanke po kafuta nyo kane. Amanke po kafuta nyo kane purka zera bone ni place oto. Until do mang personal grievances oto between until zena. Niya dia nga petition or race because nga dia ko bangko la nyanto anyanta tala la nyanta kata nyame. Doko bunani na doko nyanta kala nyame amantara ke kanga nyam. Wala yati na nga ni race. Yening tama po mempo. It's true evidence full mang ima evidence je like they said, the investigators said, which we accept. But in kadaming to foye walam ko. Until nga jela ko ninga report o safi. nkasa mazena blea. Every week tel ka report o sapil, amanke monthly tid. Every week ika report o sapil. Anu ni report o sapil, ika sele ni zena blea. Na selta zena biya wala bafula ko nyanta menkele manyana menke. So ni report o selen, inata mundi, iko isulate la report o, iko zena tamata. The following 2 weeks time, iya selen iko zena tamata. What will you say? We cannot attest kwala tamul beka official tamul to attest lano. But nsa attest no lako. Nkata jele, nkana report o samba, anu na report o luka jina. Pour nga enforcement wol kay nta kala nyame so wala ati nga na grievances no lay tandi birik inspector si la do ko ke ya gele ko ko kamal men ngafo itel mo evidence je bari ma ko mo le ko ali men photo nyate bari mam kay tol mil bi ma evidence je ko zenam ka official traveling skele more than twice in a month bari intel nga jele ko na do ko tanya ka tanyame adu nga evidence wol jele ko ko nit ka tale so what happened na mbafo kay wanyama men ke ko nga kumala soto na kula to against zena ndel do ni zena matara kuyari ni nay nyoje kana do ko ke la nyata kala nyame bari nga jele ko ko dol bi be do ko nyin kale kanne anu tel be ngalo no ko domoro ata kuma yata bakel so nyata ka attention no soto le ka nyata ka soto nyame because domoro mo bi la lon ko le tel be ka domoro domole every day so nyata ka jele ko domoro nyata ka to ko to soto nyame ayo soto wala yati na ngani ko ni race for the betterment of the whole Gambia market la individual betterments ko kam wala na individual benefits but nga kala pour Gambia belam and ni ade nga race ko le ko new Gambia ko Gambia ko tolam and we want a better Gambia wala yati na panal ngani ko race pour stakeholders solo isi na ko jube ya jube do ko line stand wo nyame me ya no kas Gambia be na fa ha.
You guys just want to be giving promotion and stuff. That's why, and she's too keen on.
No. It's not about promotion. Ni atara promotion walen. Mr. Juve. Nim promotion walen. Mbanta ni petition or drop. Ya lo ne ko.
It's on merit. Some of you don't deserve it. You think because you.
No, it's not about promotion. If it is promotion, like just a month ago, your 5 staff sold promoted as senior inspectors. Then you will baffle, they will just drop the petition order. But even they are promoted, they don't want to be selfish. They don't want to look at them being promoted only. What they want is the betterment of the whole institution. Among individual from Jamaica. Petition or the Sabla. I'm telling you.
Allow me to also add this.
Okay.
Mr. Joe, we are like mixing everything because you've raised a very important point on one of the issues about the family issue. But then, as far as you talk about the promotions,
yes, sir.
Yes, the promotions. Do you know that in the petition, a principal scientific officer was part of the petition. So there are senior inspectors also part of the petition, and they are just promoted from 2018. They got their promotions.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take promotion out of this, because if we are going to claim for promotions, we're going to claim for promotions. But the biases in the promotion will have to reflect, and those things came to light in the petition, and we are vindicated because they said they have found promotions in the personal files of the DG, but which doesn't reflect in the files of the board. So that means favors there are favors in play. So, and which should be eliminated, because we should work without fear of favor. So why should few people be appraised, all be appraised, and few be promoted, and their promotions are not in line with the best practices of the institution? So if you are talking about sanity here, we as the junior officers, if we also complain about promotion, it's our right to complain about it, because we are seeing our fellows who don't deserve more than us being promoted. So, but that does not even reflect. It doesn't take any corner of the petition. It doesn't give any relevance to petition. People are just making this because we are talking about the institution, and what could take the institution forward is what we need. This is why you heard that we are talking about the serious misconduct of this management. Game you are talking about. If there are petitioners, you divide them. You promote few people last month. when the saga just ended, and then we were waiting for the report, they were piling pressure on the inspectors that you have to go on postings. Where there are no structures. You cannot just drop somebody at the market in Bajakunda and tell them that here is your workplace when you don't have a conducive environment for that person. This is outrageous. So if we have to claim for such, people are talking about promotions here. Do you think that's a clear justification to our demand? We are talking about the institution and the structures in place. And this institution, the structures are not in place. This is what we are talking about. You cannot take somebody to Bajakunda where you have no office. I went to Basse. Yes. Is that a failure?
So that I am able to call him on directly at this minute. Yes. We are back. Hopefully the network will be better. I have to buy $50 Skype credit to talk to you guys. Mr. Dabu, you were saying something very important. You can continue.
Yes, what I'm saying is, you cannot post an officer.
Hello, Mr. Dabu.
Yes, I'm continuing.
Hello, Mr. Dabu.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Mr. Dabu?
Yes, I'm hearing you well.
It should be much better now, unless something else is going on. I should be able to hear you guys loud and clear because I'm using direct credit right now. Hello?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Dabu.
Yes, hello.
Hello, I cannot hear you guys. If you are saying anything, the network should be much better now because I'm using direct credit right now to make this call.
Hello. Hello.
I will hang up and try back. Well, for any inconvenience. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dabo.
Yes, I'm getting you.
Okay, I think it's much better now.
Yes.
What I'm saying about the promotion, I hear all of that. So you guys are saying, in other words, you are not interested in the promotion. Even if you are promoted, you are not going to take it. So I understand.
No, you don't get it well. I'm saying that there were people who were picked among the petitioners and were promoted. Just to divide our opinions. So those people, they don't honor that promotion. If it is only about promotion, they would have just take the decision and then leave us. But they say no. This is about the institution. This is about the betterment of the institution. So if it is about promotion, they would have just accepted it and then go ahead. So what I'm talking about, institutional structures.
You guys need to be pretty united about this whole thing, huh?
Yes, but what I'm saying, looking at this side I'm talking about, is about the institutional structures.
Okay.
You cannot take me to Bayakuna, for example, and then you drop me at the market and tell me that, yes, this is your postings. Where will I work? Where is my office going to be? What materials am I going to work with? And you know the complexity of food safety. So you don't have offices, you take your files, walk into the community, and then you have a wider coverage of a whole district. Some don't have even a motorbike to travel on. Only one vehicle is covered from North Bank, from SA up to Kao. It will spend 2 weeks here and spend 2 weeks at the other end of the river. How is that reasonable? So because of this petition, they decided to scatter people, just to divide an opinion. They send people everywhere where there are no structures. I personally, I'll tell you my own personal experience, if you would allow me to tell you. Because I was posted at Jiboro, where there was no structure. The difficulties I encountered, it was all revealed to the investigators, and there were reports I made with respect to those problems. They fail to address it. And yet they are sending people at that place. There's no office. There's no table. There are no materials there. So you expect to suppose somebody at the Brikama market, you don't give him or her a place, where he or she will sit and then keep his or her files. In fact, most of the problems are related. They will post you and they will not communicate to the regional officials. Me, I went up to Basse, I went to Hamdalai, I work at Farafenye, I work at Soma, I work at Jibor, I work at the head office, and now, up to recent, I'm at the airport. The challenges I face there, if I started telling you, it will take the whole of the program. But these are some of the things that trigger this petition. And we have to put it to everybody that this is not about promotion. If it's about promotion, I will remain with the Ministry of Health. Because that is where I started my work. Other people say they have various experiences with their institution before they join food safety. So when people are talking about serious issues, people are trying to sneak in to take the whole show out of us. These are serious things. Professional misconduct. We're talking about fraud.
I mean, another thing that you guys, of course, is driving away the Parker stock location at your place, and the investigation has found out that that is actually not the reality, that the contract with those people in it, and wherever this is coming from, in fact, because the VP, which is your line, actually not renew that. So if Parker's contract is finished with the individual, and Parker is not housed in the place anymore, you guys did not get any facts. You said that, well, I mean, because of whatever reasons you said, that she decided to send Parker packing. That's from what you guys said.
Yes, I will love to give that to my colleagues, but before you even hand it over there, because what I'm telling you is like a research. You make your proposals, you make your proposals, you make your findings, but the findings sometimes sometimes you may have some finding failures. This is why investigations I'm talking about. What the investigation reveal, if we have a total failure in most of our claims, that is when people have to pick from point to point. But what you're talking about here is 1-2 issues that we cannot gather enough evidence on. But how about the rest of the claims? They were found to be true. So the credibility of the claim will lie mainly on the findings, the outcome. If we fail 50%, we will say yes, we have not done much in our research. Because sometimes these are administrative issues you will want to know.
According to the findings, most of you guys' allegations are actually true, according to the findings.
This is what you want to hear.
Talk about the $168,000 that she claimed as a air ticket that she bought for herself, which of course she never actually bought. According to the report, in fact, we had to send her assistant to actually go try to get an invoice or a ticket, and the airline is asking for 30 or 40% of that if they are to grant it, and that never happened. So which means, of course, she has done that. She has taken $168,000 with Bohamne, non the Bohamne, that the ticket to begin with, according to the findings. Also, the $40,000 is that she borrowed from the institution, which is given back a check that has found multiple times, and until this minute, according to the institution, that $40,000 has not been paid, and the recommendation is for her to pay. So you begin what that one is actually true.
So that is fraud,
Yes, and that's what I am saying. You said that it's true, but you have to do because you have to also challenge you guys on those things so that
we accept. We accept.
Huh?
We accept our downs.
Okay, can get where did you guys get the information from?
Yes,
I will have to ask and get that information from.
Yes, we accept those failures because we cannot prove bring adequate proofs to them. But as I'm talking to you now, we have more than 80% of our claims right. So, but when you talk about that fraudulent activity in an institution, you as the journalist should thank us for being able to unearth some of these things, because fraud is a major crime. It's a criminal offense in any civilized world. So the integrity will not allow a DG, for that matter, to continue working in that institution. After knowing the claims, you start sacking people. Where you need to resign, you sack people just for you to fit. That is very wrong. No, let's take the whole issue straight. If you are found fraudulent, professional misconduct, it amounts to firing. So you cannot fire people upon claims that they found you wanting, and then you want to, most of the findings found her wanting, and then see now turn back to us by giving us the damage that we have to go home. How is that realistic? Is that a jungle justice?
Okay, let me hear from Teddy now.
Yes.
You are very untouchable. You are untouchable. You are very vocal. You have a lot of social media presence. You are active. You have bravado and want to show that okay, you are the king, and then you are fighting with the and in your case, of course, that's why you are the one masterminding and going about with all of these things, that you are connection with the media, you have this, you have that. I mean, what is your reaction to that, Pedina?
Well, I will not see myself as the masterminding of the issue, but I will see myself as a patriot and as a true Gambian who want to see a better Gambia free from corruption, a Gambia free from nepotism, a Gambia free from abuse of office, a Gambia where leaders will not abuse their junior staff. As you rightly mentioned, apart from this saga, I have been exposing many issues of corruption in other institutions. And history will not be kind to me if I expose other institutions whilst my own institution is at flame. That is why I and my colleague see to it that the time has come to protect the citizens. And one thing that people need to understand is this struggle is really not about us. As my colleague Mustafa has mentioned, it's not about promotion, either about salary increment, but it's about protecting the citizens who are the consumers. As we speak to you now, there is no staff at the Gambia Post Authority. As we speak to you, no staff at the borders. As we speak to you, no staff at the markets. Now tell me, who is safe in this country? The people who are supposed to do the work to ensure that the citizens consume safe and quality goods are sent away. Then the chances of other people being sent to the graveyard are very high. Remember, yes, people can live without money, but no one can live without food. So citizens deserve to consume food of higher quality. As we speak to you, the food safety has no standard lab. The food inspectors are without computers. They are without gadgets. They are without tools to execute their tasks. How can we employ a food inspector without a standard lab to do the testings? Believe you in me, as we speak now, the food safety cannot ascertain about the safety of rice, the safety of the oil, the safety of the jimbo, unless the samples are sent outside of this country. That is why we said the time has come for food safety to have a standard lab, for the staff to be provided with equipment to ensure that they execute their tasks. Sometime in last year, Zenabu Jallo installed the whole offices with CCTV cameras. The money used to purchase those cameras can be used to purchase laptops for the staff and also to buy equipment for the staff in order they can execute their tasks. Yeah, it's not about trying to be a guide or trying to be Jamwa. No, it's not about that. I love my country and I'm part of my country. I don't want to fail the generation which is yet to become. History will not be kind to you, will not be kind to me if we don't ensure that we build strong institutions free from corruption, free from nepotism, free from bad leadership and governance. Our today's actions will solely determine the future. And we are the people who can solely make this country of ours great. We have a nation to build. And until and unless we realize that we have to salvage our country, it will surely sink.
Okay. Fair enough. Miss Day.
Hello.
Miss Day.
Okay, hello.
Miss Day. Yes. There has been a lot of corruption allegations against your department. I mean, of course, from people who said the inspectors. In fact, one of your colleagues, supposedly, who you guys mentioned was fired, was arrested and detained and later released and reinstated. The investigation mentioned her name and everything. Inspectors, you go down to the ground to the people that were investigating or indication. They bribe you guys so that they can pass over when even they are not even close to passing and whatsoever. So a lot of people say you guys need to pay another, of course, because you've been bribed a lot of times. And then and then up is taking action against you guys, and that is why you are actually doing all of these things. What is your reaction to that pay? You guys are very corrupt in the nativity. Is all of the things that they did not mention. But at the end of the day, those people will not have the qualification to pass the inspection that you will still make a pass. Right.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. All right. Thank you so much for that question, but I would like to speak it in Wolof so that the audience will understand very well. Yeah. Comme ni ko with regards to bribing among us. First, let me take you like how this posting come about. Okay, sorry. First, haramanya kalawa affaire posting bi naka la ñëwé pour wana bu féké affaire bribe wala corruption la mëna wax né comme ci suñ management bi wala suñ directeur ci ñom ñoy xam ñoo nek ñi nga xamanteni ñoko bëgg duggal ci ñun. Parce que pour ma wax la gënaaw bi nga xamanteni bind neen pétition bi yobbu ko ci suñ line ministry bi mo nek OVP ñu même sama yenn allegation against our director mu nek director Zeynab Diallo pour wax la force suñ director bi ki nga xamanteni mo nek director of food control di Sana Jawara force dafa prepare a list and the list bobu non dafa ñew ci kalam office bi mu read the names wax ne Fatou Beye you are posted at SAO names as you can name all of us like our various postings. So comme nga xol as an inspector nga post ma SAO nga ne Fatou Beye tay ji yow la ñu yobbu SAO ya wara handle food yi nga xamanteni mo nek fofu area bobu non légui force yow bindulo ma man suma agé SAO naka lay présenter sama bopp foofu noonu dafa mel ne yow yaa ngi ma wanal corruption pour wanal la comme gars yi ñu ne lan suñu demee inspecteur ñu ñuy wax affaire yi lan corruption olo stop nit ku nekk ak mu ngay gisee ak mu ngay waxee man nit ki lu muy gisee am na sañ-sañ mu ne lii ak lii pour wax la na la pour fight corruption bi moo nekk tax na li nga xamante ni ñu bind pétition bi against our director am na yu bëri yoo xamante ni mun naa am sax I will allow my living colleagues to say it because comme ni ma la ko waxee si introduction bi I am 1 year living just 1 year in the institution. But pour wax la there's a lot of corruption in the institution and that's what we are fighting for.
But it is evident that corruption is very rampant in Gambia. Any department board them is visible. Plus, very short leg. I mean, you know, people will push you into it. So then any department, whether it is university police, people will not just police be driver's license, driver's license, police the price for mobile and java. You know, sort of the immigration customs they will do the same thing. You know, any ministry or department or the so at the end of the day they will let you pass. The same thing is been implied with your institution as well. Definitely something wrong happening. Then you go from getting clarified.
Thank you very much, Pa Oskom Ningako Wahedal. Wow, man, what I want to say is, saying company A is involved in corruption, in looting, so mean that corruption should be normalized. If you are my colleague and I learn that you are corrupt, I will cut out our friendship. Corruption is a disease that needs to be eradicated beyond all human imagination. And I, my humble self, no matter how high the walls are built, the fight against corruption, nepotism shall continue. Believe you in me, these are young, hardworking comrades who are very honest, whom I believe will not be involved in any form of corruption, either looting, as that of Zena Bujalo, who was accused of being requesting an amount of $168,000 for a trip that she never attended, and also a trip that was allocated for 10 days and requested another 5 days. That tells you how corrupt she is. But we as the staff, we refuse to follow that route of corruption because we believe as young people, such dubious things should not be tolerated, and the future is ours. Since the future is ours, then we have to lead by example for a better country that we want. Corruption at the FSTWA is something real. Yes. Do you know here?
So what you have talked about corruption, but then at the end of the day, if investigations continue, none of you will be found guilty or wanting of corruption. None of them happened, right?
Paos. Wow, man mi said na Aliou na ekati suma loho. Man la ne any day nga dem nga am evidence said na Aliou more involved in corruption. That day I'll stop working for the Gambia government. Get that oath. Anything that has to do with corruption, nepotism, abuse of office, do much duga. Suma file right now, so far my file is clean as water. Even a single memo indicating about lateness.
Let me have your colleagues on report in Nipping in the Bugo, McKenzie and Mustakin as it you with us inspection, you will book on Labena, $1,000 or 500 for 2,000 you'll file Google. Let me have 500 for all of you.
Well, that is your is your opinion. So you get you're like the issue of corruption came on, Lolo Kai Dumiko tolerate at all.
Let me have you guys on record too.
I said Zena Bujalo requested an amount of $168,000, and also she was issued.
But she's gonna continue. Lady man like Nalen. I don't know what's saying about this. Guy established let me hear you guys connect at your home. Man, I'm clean as I'm not gonna say no.
Yes.
Let me hear you guys confirm it. Can you send a bribe or do you need a bribe from anybody?
Let me come. Can I talk to you, please?
Yes, Mr. Ba?
Yes. The issue of corruption.
Have you ever received any prize for your work, Mr. Ba?
Hello. Okay, allow me to come. If you want to ask me that way, I can answer you no. Because in the court of law, you are not guilty until you are proven guilty.
Okay.
So I cannot say I receive or I don't receive. Let them investigate. If they found me wanting, let them put it to me. I'll decide. That has to compromise my integrity. No, you cannot put it that way, because you will say whether it's a corrupt practice or it is. I can say I never engaged in any corrupt practice. But then, if, for example, they investigate and found out that I did a corrupt practice somewhere, let them investigate and then tell me clearly that this is a corrupt practice. You did it this way, because anytime we close from a work, we write a report, and this report are sent for action.
The reason why I'm asking this question is there's a trickle-down effect, and it starts from the bottom, from the grassroots level.
Yes.
For example, as you guys are advocating, and the rest of you working there are equally corrupt or are going and taking bribes and stuff, it comes to the same thing.
We cannot
be a complete trickle-down effect. Each of you should be as far as offering bribe, then it's not political policies and arrest for a man. That's what will happen.
Okay, thank you for that. So I understand your point. If the leader is corrupt, you may indicate, you may think that also the people on the, because let me tell you, Zainab Jallo is a kind of person who is very difficult to predict. I'll tell you this, whether I believe it or not, the inspectors, we go in teams. So allow me to come. Allow me to come. We go in teams. Yes.
As the villain, and all of you are the safety, and you different.
I did not. I'm here. I never engage in corrupt practices. I'm here.
Mr. Juve, none of us is
Yes,
engaged
I am
in
here.
any
I made
corrupt
that.
practice.
I made that clear. So let them
Yes.
investigate about it, please. That one.
Okay, let me hear the order.
Yes.
Let me hear the order.
Mr. Juve,
Uh-huh.
basically soo bëggee wax affaire corruption boobu dina si inspectors yi dina la mun a wax ne in food safety an individual inspector is never allowed to go and inspect individually. And it's always been, we've always been reminded that no inspector is allowed to receive any bribery from any food establishment. This we are always been reminded. And if you want to say something about corruption, I think that should go to Zainab, because if you remember some time back, there was this best water scandal, and the best water was being recalled from the market. It was inspected on the 15th November, and that same day, I was the one who inspected that factory. That very same day, the water was actually being recalled from the market, and the factory was closed down. I could have made millions from that. I could have just, manipulate the report and say, Zena, well, this place is okay, but it never happens. But just after the press release was done, to recall all the water, and the inspectors were doing that, just December 6th, there is another release that the best water is okay. When we took lab samples to German to be tested, and before these lab samples are being received, there is already a confirmed press release that the water is safe for human consumption. And, that's alone, looking at it, you will know that there is a bit of some issues there, because you send a lab sample to ensure that there is a conformity with regards to that water for safe human consumption. But before the lab result is being received, there is another press release that it's okay. So, that's really critical looking at it. It's really dangerous, because you're putting the whole Gambia into a big risk just for your own individual benefits or whatsoever. So, and when these lab results came in, we found out that in fact that water was contaminated, and this was asked to be consumed by the Gambian population. So these are some of the things that we are trying to say. But it's like you want to incriminate us more, than actually looking at the facts of the thing. Because none of us here is being...
Just trying to hold you accountable. We are proud of you guys for bringing this thing up. And the fact that the investigation has actually found most of what you guys are saying to be true, we are proud of you guys. But that doesn't mean, I'm going to know this problem sometimes. We want to be praised all the way, and we don't want to be criticized or to be taken, or to be judged accountable. And all I'm doing is trying to hold you accountable. We are proud of you, and if you are the one who actually did that best water investigation, and you ended up finding what you found out, and it ended up turning out to what it is, it's something that we have to recommend you for, or commend you for. And we are proud of you for that. So I was going to ask you about the best water stuff. It's one of the things on my list. So let me help you know that you investigate, and you found that water part. Then at the end of the day, the press release was issued. Okay, what was the actual issue with the best water? One issue. Issue in the past. One more thing.
Okay. With the best water, the office have received a complaint. They received small of settled. So I'll talk more on English or maybe Mandinka. Yeah. So when we receive a complaint that the best water is suspected to be contaminated, and in fact the color of the water has changed to kind of brownish color. So we went there to inspect the company. When we inspected the company, we found almost 50 non-conformities. Maybe you might not know what non-conformities are exactly, but non-conformities are things that are not actually in place in order to ensure that the food is safe for is safe and quality for human consumption. So these are the non-conformities that we have found. So we wrote a report, and part of it is the water was contaminated because of there is a rusty metal where the water was passing through, and due to that, it has actually caused that issue. So that was a suspicion. We sent the lab sample to Abuko, and we sent the other to German. So we recalled the water. The water should have been retained. It should not have been consumed until all the lab's results have been retrieved and they've been analyzed to ensure whether the water is to be released to the market or it's supposed to be recalled and also to be disposed. And I can tell you, normally at FSQA, we don't do disposals in the office. We do it outside, and it takes the company have to take the cost to do it. But this was the reverse. The dumping was done behind the office by the food inspectors. Food inspectors were asked to do that job. So why is the water not disposed outside but inside the building? So it's really crazy, I can say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is very good. So you guys said you don't have computers.
Yes.
As inspectors, what do you need in order to be able to do your work? Yeah, in your petition, you mentioned computers. Transportation is an issue there, of course. What are the things that you guys need to be able to do your work, and how many of these or how much of these are available to you guys, for example?
Okay, as inspectors, like you made mention, we need computers to do our work because we do the weekly report writing. We also need mobility. We need motorcycles, we need vehicles to do our job. So we also need office to do our job. So basically these are most of the things that we do, we need. We also need like thermometer, you know, so printer, data card, you know, because if you are in a provincial posting, you need to submit your report every week. So how do you submit that report? You cannot be driving to the office, you know, wasting that fuel. You need to send it through the email and make the work easy for you. So when I talk about the motorcycle, we have inspectors that have been posted in the regions, and they don't have office, and they are regional inspectors. They are not border post inspectors. So they don't have office. It's their home that is their office. You place your bag at home. You just roam around where you can inspect and come back home. You are not being monitored. You don't have an office. You don't have mobility. So that's how you work. So when the case of the petition came, they want to actually post us to these areas. We said, well, this is what we want. In fact, the whole staff was celebrating, you know, to serve the mandate of the authority by being posted to the regional areas, because this has always been our recommendation. Making sure that the food is inspected in all parts of the country. It's always on our recommendation. And our treks are done maybe only once in a year. So during those time, there is no food that is being monitored around the provincial area. So when this posting came, we actually celebrated. We thought like this is what we've been asking for. Now we've got it. But in order to ensure your work is done properly, you need to have structures in place. You cannot.
We have another Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Diouf, I'm hearing you.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Diouf.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Diouf.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Diouf.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello, Mr. Juve.
Can barely hear you guys if you are saying anything for the photo display.
Can you hear?
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Juve.
Yes, can you hear me? Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We got disconnected there. I was going to ask you, Sadie, now, you said in your petition and in the press conference you guys had, you said you have been redundant for a while in the institution, which means you guys have been reporting to work, mentioned several months, I think. So which means you guys have been
Yes, before going to our question, in fact, I think we have consumed a lot of time. We have another interview also with another media outlet. However, coming back to your question, yes, I have been. Because that tells you the type of leader Zainabu Jallo is. She is more of a leader who believes in the idea of divide and rule policy. If she cannot work with you, she will either silence you or ignore you totally. In fact, there are staff at the authority whom she ignored for more than years. I am not the only one in this, and I believe a day like this will come wherein we will make an end to such to ensure that the citizens are safe through our better service delivery. That is why most of these staffers who were unable to resist the heat resigned. As we speak now, more than 10 staff of the authority resigned within this 3 years' time. But I refuse to go. I am always strong, motivated, inspired. If I go, who will be there to make this change?
Okay, the staff that is typing there, please stop typing because it's appearing here. That is very clear. I mean that you guys are more motivated and you decided to stay. Some of you and your colleagues decided to stay. Even the former board chair had said some of the things that are going on that they didn't like, and according to you guys' petition, it was very good that you highlighted a lot of the things. The investigation found out that, of course, even the board has not been having their minutes signed since 2016, and I think that is a very important thing to consider. Now that you guys did this, you organized a press conference. Some people said that you could have organized a press conference, but you broke the law by actually organizing it at the premises of the authority because you don't have authorization to actually do that. What is your reaction to that, you guys organizing a press conference and doing it at the premises of the authority without permission?
Well, since you said the issue of law, that issue is a technical matter, and we will leave it to the lawyers to make a judgment in that regard. And in fact, the issue of now morality will now come to play. We have exhausted all the diplomatic channels. So we believe calling for a press conference at the authority is the only means to ensure that our voice is being heard. That is why today, you in the diaspora, you are able to know what is going on in our Gambia. The Gambia that we dream will one day be the last place of hope on earth.
Oh, okay. That is fair enough. Some of you ended up being fired. I mean, or relieved from your duties from what we have heard. How many of you are relieved from your duties as a result of your participation in the petition or the press conference that you held? Can you distinguish them for us? We've heard that some people just participating in the petition were put on administrative leave. Is that right?
Yes. Apparently, some days ago, it was 8 staff who were fired. As of now, as we speak, I can confirm to you it is now 10 staff. And we are also expecting many more in the coming days. Well, some of our colleagues were called, but they are yet to receive their letters to know what is waiting. But I submit to you right now, 10 staff have been sacked, and over 20 of our colleagues have been sent on leave without pay. And those staff who are affected, most of them are the food inspectors. Meaning now, 99.9% of all the food inspectors are all affected.
Wow, this is serious, and this is the department that is supposed to be checking all the food that are being consumed by the Gambian public on a daily basis, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so,
Okay, some of you were sent on to go for postings in the provinces, so it doesn't stand anymore, right?
okay, actually, you know, like,
Some of you were sent to go on postings in the provinces, that doesn't stand anymore, right?
yes, some are said to go on the provincial postings. Okay, but this, may I get you again?
No, I said you guys claim that you don't have the resources. There are no offices in the provinces for you to go. All of those things you want to be taken care of before you go, right? And in addition, the petition that you guys filed.
I'll get to that, but I want to elaborate on something here, very important. Yes, the postings came, immediately we filed this petition. Knowing who DG Zainab Jallo is, she used that as a tactic to silence the petitioners, to divide us so that he will take us far and then we will not have communications. So immediately after 1 or 2 weeks, she sent us a list of those who are going on outpostings. So okay, we saw this as a means to divide the opinion of the petitioners, because this was not the case before. And then knowing the institution, we have seen people who were posted 6 months prior to the petition, who have been in various areas like Eseu, Basse, Farafeni. They are not mobile. They are not having offices. They don't have the requisite gadgets and tools to execute their functions. So they are only confined in the same community, where you need to extend and then do treks to go out and then inspect, like an extension worker. If you are confined at a place, there is no collaboration between FSQA and any other institution. That is the other partners like health, like fisheries, like plant protection, that is phytosanitary. There is no MOU. So if you expect to send an officer, you expect that officer to work individually in that region. And for the work to be carried out effectively,
if I understand you there, and I'm glad you brought up this issue of the MOU. If I understand you there, those MOUs should be signed, of course, and the staff from those institutions who have complemented your work. You will have one staff from FSQA that will be working in tandem with or hand in glove with the staff from those institutions that you have an MOU with. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Exactly. That is the idea of food safety. The issue is because there are different sectors that have interest in food. So you understand, plant protection, they deal with plant health, which is also food. Fisheries, they deal with food. Public health, they deal with food and health. So the reason why is for food safety to collaborate with these people is because they have the manpower, they have the human resources to execute, because they are everywhere. So as such, if officers are sent, it is simple. Food safety officers can be at the regions, like regional officers. That is one way of achieving it, if I can break it down for you. If this failed, I'll tell you another one. So they can be as regional officers, work in the regional health directorates, like the health, for example. So the public health officers, with the execution of this MOU, will help the officers there execute the inspections, return their reports to the regional officer or any other person, competent authority at the regions, so that he will also forward this report to the central level for their consumption. So you will see the work will be easy and the whole country will be covered. This is the essence of the whole MOU. The whole MOU is about. But this MOU, I was with the health before coming to Food Safety and Quality Authority. But the MOU that was sent to us, even
one of you said that we don't have inspectors at the ports or at the seaports or at the border. I mean, so that means anything that is coming into the country is not being inspected, right, Sayyidina?
Thank you very much. Paos, I submit to you right now, you are not safe, your family is not safe on what they consume. Because there are no staff at those entry points to ensure the check and balance that food coming into our markets are safe for human consumption. The people who are supposed to be at those entry points are the ones who are fired, are the ones who are sent home on leave without pay.
Can I come there, Mr. Juf? I think what State9 is trying to put to you is not necessarily mean that we don't have inspectors in this border post, but what he's trying to tell you that the office have dismissed them and sent some of them to administrative leave. But despite that, they're still reporting to work. They're writing their reports and they're submitting it to the office, and the office is still accepting their report. But notwithstanding that, they're still being fired, but they still continue to report to work because they want to serve the mandate of the authority, and they also want to do their duties and responsibilities as expected of them. Yes.
Yes, let me complete.
So you guys have been, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to complete because I was caught by you on the issue of the MOU. The issue of the MOU, because if you look at the #1 function of food safety is to coordinate all food activities within the country. The essence was to partner with other institutions that have the requisite manpower. So these were some of the recommendations we ourselves, and other officials were recommending. During the time of one of our officers who was on probation, that is Managerial, he was pushing it for us. But in fact, the officers that are sent on regions, they are not officials, they are inspectors. Would you imagine an inspector sitting with a director of a particular institution? How can you convince that person that you have a control over him? So you are sending people as officers in the regions, whilst they are dealing with directors. At least at a capacity, maybe as a representative of food safety in a region, you have to have a chair in the regions, so that all activities will be supervised and monitored. But this is not happening. Instead, you are sent alone to carry out the inspection at various areas. One person in every region cannot control a district, much more a region. Besides, some of them are not mobile. They are parked there, seated. When they feel like walking, they go around, move around, and then come back to their home. So this is actually, the system is not working for us, because the institutional head took the authority that nobody should make good recommendations, because we have realized time and time out that when you make good recommendations, you are called to resign or retract those recommendations. One example, if you don't mind, I will tell you a colleague who was at the port, who claimed for their well-being at the port. Instead, he was taken there, and he was posted at Jiboro. Fortunately, he had a master's program and went. So you see the frustration that is within the food safety. So if we don't tell you some of these things, all others will be there blaming. But we know the consequences of a petition in the Gambia, because petitions are rights that everybody own to protest against something that is going on that is not good to you. But in the Gambia, when you petition, people take it very high and they take it personal. I don't talk about Dabokunda, I don't talk about Beikunda. We are talking about food safety. It's a country, it's a national institution.
Let me ask you this. Yes, on the issue of the embassies, the report stated that two were signed, one with the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and the other one with the Department of Fisheries. But there is no evidence that the one that was... So there is no evidence that this was implemented. So who is responsible for this? Like, where did the alarms come in? The MOU was signed, but it was never implemented.
It cannot, this is what I'm telling you, it cannot be implemented. The reason why I'm taking this time to talk to you about it, because I work on the health. I work on the health when they are partnering with Food Safety and Quality Authority. I know I was at Fatoro by then. I was the desk officer at Fatoro. So this MOU came, we saw it as a one-way, it's not a win-win situation for health. This is why health are quite over it. This is why they are not sending report. And there is no focal person in health who you can send your report to if you do your inspection as a public health officer. So these things need to be clear to people. Though we are victimized, and then at the end of the day, the end will justify. But these are the realities that we are out here to talk to you. We are not going to hide anything to anybody. So you cannot have an MOU, a one-sided MOU, that food safety is the winner and others are the losers. So this is the reality. That MOU, I went through it. It was signed, but it was never implemented, because they also sent in their recommendations for it to be included in the MOU, but Zainab did not hit to it. I wouldn't mind to be fired for the second time, for the third time, for the fourth time, but these are the realities.
Okay, so the MOU, some were signed. You never had an MOU with plant protection. You never had an MOU with livestock or all other necessary stakeholders. And you are all attributing this to Zainab's lack of the zeal or political will to make it happen, if I may understand. She doesn't have the political will to make it happen. Is that what you guys' position is?
maybe I will say that is lack of desire to partner with any institution, because this is not about political will. Those people are willing, because for us, we were very much concerned when before I joined food safety, the level of damage that the upcountry is facing. Up to the time I came to the authority, I realized that there is no work in the provinces. So if people are posted there, they were very happy. It's only once a year, or a year, that was 2018, that people will leave from the office, move with a pickup to round the whole country. They say they are on supervision, supportive inspection. Would that be effective?
Okay.
So these are managerial lapses.
Saying that, did you guys ever engage the board? Of course, I've seen that somewhere, but did you guys ever engage the board? Since you could not get along with Zainab, or you were giving recommendations, or she will not even talk to you guys. Did you guys ever engage the board directly, and what was the results of your engagement with the board?
As I mentioned earlier, I commenced food safety sometime in 2015. Could you believe, up till date, two boards resigned due to Zainab's leadership skills? The first board resigned, the second board resigned within 2015 to date. This new board is a new board. In fact, I don't know most of the members.
Mr. Juve, like you just asked, we didn't actually engage the board before the petition was filed, because we don't have access to the board. In fact, the time we were filing the petition, we believe there was no board, because we never met the board. And even as of now, since the petition was filed, we met the board only once. We write to them on numerous occasions to see them, but we still could not have access to them. So we could not raise these issues to the board, because as at that time, we didn't even know that there is even board.
So you didn't have access to the board. Were you trying to write to the board to Zainab, or do you guys even know who the board members are, especially the chairman?
It's just after we filed the petition, that was when we know about the board. But before that, we never met the board, because normally if there is a new board, they should meet the staffs, and the staff should know who the boards are. But that never happened. So we never knew there is a board.
Well, the petition is recommending that the investigation is recommending that the board should be able to talk to the staff occasionally. It looked like
of course, definitely.
Whenever it came up, they undermined it and downplayed it as if nothing should happen. Based on what they saw on the investigation, that the board actually always downplayed this. Now that the investigation has recommended this, will you guys, anyway, the first thing, recommendation, you guys should not be punished for your participation in the petition, and you guys have been fired or actually sent on administrative leave. What is your next step now?
Currently, we are not honoring that dismissal or that administrative leave without salary or without pay, because normally, FSQA, you should be appointed and dismissed by the board of directors. But the dismissal letter that we received came directly from Zena, claiming that the decision came from the board of directors, which we cannot confirm to. But we know the letter came directly from her, and the letter should be written by the board of directors if we are to be dismissed. And currently, this was the reason, some of the reason why we called for a press conference, so that the stakeholders can hear our voice and know exactly what some of the things that we are facing. And also we hope that with the Barrow government, things will definitely change. They will actually pick up the matter and also look at the report of the investigation. Like the investigation team were paid, the investigation itself was financed by the taxpayers' money. And we don't want to spend money in things and they go in vain. And that team comprised of high dignitary government officials. We have people from the PMO, we have people from the Office of the Vice President, the Labor, and also Ombudsman. So we feel the work that they have done should be trusted and that the board should actually go by their recommendation. And if we were to be found wanted, we would have just accepted. But then it was the other way around. Instead of the board, ensuring there is justice, I don't know what decision the board have taken because we wrote to them and they never respond to us. But we feel that the board should ensure there is justice because they actually formed that investigation committee to make sure that the matter is being investigated. And most of the recommendations that were done, Zainab was found wanted, as we've seen on the recommendation, and we expected them to do justice. Yes, that's it. And we are still reporting to work, even as of today. We have report to work, even though we have nothing, no tax given, but yet we still report to work and also sign in the registration. Yes.
Yes. And when you reported to work, what happened today, for example? Did all of you report to work?
Yes.
Today, and yes. What happened at work?
We report to work, and those who are at the border post, they also report to their work. Yes. And currently, Zainab is not in office.
So what happened when you went to work?
Nothing happens. We just stay down, and after closing time, we leave.
So we are told that some of your colleagues were actually arrested. Or ordered to be arrested from work. Is that true? Can you guys confirm that?
No, that wasn't actually the case. Maybe those were suspicion that, because normally if you are dismissed, that is Zainab's ways of doing. If you are dismissed and you did not leave the office, the police will come and arrest you. So virtually we were expecting a policeman to come and arrest or remove us all from the office, but eventually that does not happen.
Okay.
No,
yes,
Lord, it's not about that actually.
Yes, Mr. Juf.
Yeah.
Let me intervene here for something to make clear because I know it's a very important position. But this is the most crucial part of the discussion. You know, we are sacked and
yes.
and then we were vindicated 80% by the investigation, and we are fined based on sections of the service rule, according to Zena.
Okay.
Yes. So those sections, the service rule first. We did not. This service rule was not adopted. It was in a draft form, up to date.
Mm-hmm.
It is never adopted by the board of directors.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, the service rule indicates that by appointment, promotions, and secondment, according to the service rule of the draft service rule of the FSQA, I'm talking about 0201. There are categories of officers. Category 1. That is officers, that is grade 1A, 1B, 1C. Category 2. Category 2. Officers that include officers of 2A, 2B, 2C, and 2D. So category 3, which are the support staff, that is 3A and other staff, 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, and 3E. So category 1, the appointing officer, according to the service rule, is made by the board, except the position of the DG. Okay. Category 2, that is 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. The appointment is done by the board. Category 3 is done by the DG. That is the category 3 aspect. Okay, the dismissals I'm talking about. This is what I'm bringing this for people to consume it well. This the reason why we don't see this as as a relevant firing. Category 303 is what they called for us to dismiss us, but in the section 2 of it, the DG shall have the powers to dismiss an employee in category 3 It's only in category 3 that she can fire, she can dismiss. But category 1, category 2.
Her as the director, right?
Yes.
Her as the director.
Yes, because she can appoint them, she can fire them.
Okay.
But category 1 and category 2,
yes,
the firing could be done only by the board. It's the board of the chairman, board of director who should sign that letter. Yes, category
so
1.
Those of you that are fired, are you telling me that you fall under that category that should be fired by the board, if I understand it?
Exactly. Look at the recommendations there. Category 1 and 2 cannot be fired by the DG. This is where we are challenging. So, and then the letter contained that from.
Okay. So my question to you is, now what step are you guys taking, or did you guys take after you receive your letters?
Yes.
Or are you waiting to confirm everybody's?
Yes, we are in consultations with various people that are advising us what to do next. Because it's illegal, and the board is silent over this matter. So we want the presidency, that is the president and the vice president, to look into the plight of the staff of FSQA. We did this for our life. Because of signing a petition in the Gambia means you are fired automatically. So we did this calm and cool until the investigation is concluded, and they keep the investigation away from us, just to intimidate us, only to fire us.
I was going to ask, how did you guys know about the investigation? I was going to ask, did they officially serve you with the result of the investigation, or you just found out on your own? We
in fact write a special letter to the board, and then copy the office of the vice president, who is our line ministry, to inform them that we need a copy of this investigation before any other action could be applied to us, because we are advised to stay put until the investigation is finalized, and then they will decide on our fate. The board never come back to us to tell us this is the time that the investigation is done. They never come to tell us, these are the outcomes of the investigation. We were writing to them continuously, they were not replying to us. So we write up to the National Assembly, because each letter we write the letters to the National Assembly Select Committee on Health. Sometimes we copy to the office of the vice president and write to the board. So they ignore all these communications until we are told to go, and then now at the end, in order to act, because they feel that we may not see these recommendations, then Zenab started putting people on administrative leave without salaries. So that triggered for the press conference, and then eventually the firing follows. So in the event we were fired, we saw this report on the social media that these were the leaked documents from the investigation. We were even perplexed. So this is why we are not relenting, because now we have seen the outcome, and then it needs to be followed. Otherwise, we will see that our rights are infringed.
Okay, so and you guys are trying to seek redress in the courts and everything.
Everything from the presidency, from the vice presidency, to know that the majority in the food sector are ready to work, and they are youthful ages, determined,
Mustafa, have another meeting, please. It's live. Just
Let's complete.
Their fate of some of them who are fired at this minute, they seem to be very professional and seem to know what they are doing, of course. Once I am done with them, I will actually reach out to Zainab, and hopefully I'll be able to get hold of her. I was asking if you guys are taking this, you are doing consultation at this point. So are you ready to seek redress in the courts and go as far as you can with this issue?
Yes.
Well, the answer justifies the means, and us, we are also working as a team, and our advisors, we believe when the time comes, we will surely be informed our next step. But as of now, we cannot inform you what will be our next step.
You cannot inform the public as to what is your next step. The office of the vice president, have they engaged you in any way since this whole thing started? You submitted your petition to the vice president herself. Have they replied to you? Have they what have responded to you guys? Have they sat down with you guys since you put this out?
Well, the last time I checked, I never saw any response that was addressed to us from the OP, either OVP, which is our line ministry, either negotiation that was held with us.
Okay. How about your colleagues who did not sign the petition? What happened? I mean, we know some of their colleagues did not sign it. Are they the Zainab Kaburu, those that he has favored, or who are those who did not sign the petition? And what is your relationship with those people?
Well, even let's take in this example, even yet still there are people who don't believe about the existence of God. Likewise, other staff too. Well, it's their own right. They feel not to be part of it. But well, those of us who deem it necessary, we took part in the petitioning of the director, who is General Jallo, by ending all this calamity that we are faced with, which includes the corruption, the nepotism, and which happens to be proven on the leak report, which was established by the member of the commission.
Okay, Ms. Bay, your sister is longer for Memoraneka. What do you think should happen in your view, Ms. Bay?
Jërëjëf Diouf, comme laajte bi ni nga ko waxee ñun right now comme suma collègue bi naka la ko waxee rek mu nangu ñoo jël benn décision parce que ñun dañuy work as a group lu ñuy def lu nekk dañ koy diisoo waaye li nga xamante ne moom lañ laa wax right now moo nekk ñu ngi all the stakeholders ñu take part because liggéey bi dafa nekk loo xamante ne dafa war a jeex comme ñu wax la dëgga for over 2 months or 3 months 4 months sax mun ne laa wax ne la work nekkul di dem pour wane la ñi nga xamante ni mun naa wax ne sax our management they don't have interest with the public, they don't have interest with the work we do because their care is the money they generated. Because right now pour wax la lu am because all the people who are in the report, they have been issued with dismissal letters, so their concern is who will replace them while holding whether the public is safe lekka bu ñoo lekka ndax safe na wala safe. So ñun lu ñoo am pour wax rek moo nekk our line minister, who is the vice president and the president, pour ñu take up this matter so that the public is safe now.
If you guys are reinstated, for example, will you continue to work under Zainab, or you guys think Zainab needs to go? She needs to be sent packing?
In our petition, we make it clear. We don't have the final saying like saying that they have to sack Zainab or not. But we clearly mentioned that like we cannot work with her, and that's our stand up to date.
Oh, okay. Final message from each of you, starting with Ms. Higuera.
Ms. Kijera, not Kijera, it's Keita.
Oh, Keita, wow, sorry. Yes. I am, yeah. Now I'm somebody else too, who has the same name and our last name is Higuera. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Keita.
that's fine. My final statement will be, we are calling on to all the stakeholders, including the government, to actually look into this matter and ensure that justice is being served. If we are found wanted, we know and we accept it. But the report is the other way around, and like I said, the taxpayers' money is being used to finance this investigation. So we have high hope in the Gambia government, and we have high hope in the stakeholders, and we know, inshallah, they will ensure that justice is being served. So we are calling on to their aid to ensure there is justice. That is my last word. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Dabo, your last words.
Okay, thank you very much. It's an honor, and then we also thank you for according us this opportunity. My last word will be like you said, this is Gambia we all own. It would not make any sense for me to leave an institution without, with a lot of irregularities in place and feel fine and go to another institution. I would have choose a different job. But because my life for this job that I work so hard to get it, I don't want an institution to go in a manner to be run like any other family business issue, where one person, says all and ends all. So we are in this fight, and then we know the truth has come out, and then we are appealing to our land ministry to take immediate action against the DG, because otherwise it will jeopardize the integrity of the institution, because she was found fraudulent, she was found to be doing official malpractices, which are, in any highest level, a basis for resignation. So I implore on everybody that, we as officials, we don't see ourselves sad up to now, so we are appealing on the our land ministry, including the presidency, to seek for redress on this matter. Because Zainab should not sack us. It is the board chair who should sack us. I have my appointment letter here. She signed, but she sent for the chairman board of directors. This one she signed Zainab Jal. So there is a contradiction, and I know my rights as a citizen. This is why I'm able to come here to talk. So I will beg for our land ministry to come down and sort this matter once and for all. Among us are family members, family owners. There are youths that are very determined. So I will end at that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davo. Mrs. B, what is your final message?
I have the same thing with them. Like, we are calling the stakeholder and our line minister to come and act into this matter so that everything will be okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Ferdinand?
Mr. Jove, thank you.
Final message.
Thank you once again for having us here in your studios. Yes, however, come like Ninkode Waherek, Luther Gambia to them. Luther Gambia to them. There are many factors which one need to be considered, and which includes this nepotism, abuse of office, and the corruption which we are talking about. The Gambia is our country, and we are the people who can make this country great, both those home and abroad. And those the viewers and the public should not see our this struggle as a struggle for promotion, either a struggle for benefit, but a struggle to ensure that the population consume safe and quality food, as stated in our mission and vision statement of the authority. Once again, I thank you very much for hosting us in your studios.
Thank you guys very much for honoring the invitation, and I know it was a long one. We had some technical difficulties. Once I am done with you guys, we'll be contacting Zainab. I will hang up and start over. I'll contact Zainab for her reaction to you guys' allegations. But of course, based on the findings, like I said, a lot needs to be done. I will do another separate show after I get more information from both sides. I will do a separate show where we will analyze these things. But definitely what a person that can be and this does not only affect your institution alone. This is very common in the country. We are talking about corruption. It affects the country in every sector, in every place. There is corruption. Places they have to hire people based on family relationship, based on based on Lumaboka, based on Sumatrom in the Sumatra, whatsoever, and legal people that should be doing their work. So this is definitely, I would thank you guys, not for anything, because the investigation have found your allegations, majority of your allegations are incredible. I know that and of course it is expected to actually put you guys on the spot to know, because we are claiming to be responsible. If we are claiming to be fighting something, we cannot be in the same shoes as well. We have to be able to distinguish ourselves from that. Don't because they are not doing what they are doing. So we definitely want to commend you guys for being selfless, putting those lives at risk, your livelihood at risk, because people have for a long time in the country for the past 50 years that we've been here. Because at the end of the summer, but in the process of you trying to do the right thing, somebody else will end up doing the wrong thing, and yours will end up being futile because most of you, the staff, will actually speak up with that voice against the system, which of course no allegations were found credible. Lulu is a step in the right direction, but challenge and call on all staff of all institutions in the Gambia to follow your footsteps. This is the only way out. People are paying taxpayers' money, and I hear you guys mention that, which means you care about the ordinary people. You are trying to serve the public. The MRC did a report long ago. We've seen one of the scientists who said that it's not safe for consumption. This is very serious and alarming. These things are not inspected. From the material, okay, I'm not going to stand and visit I'm new them for energy. They are infected at Sahara. You get different next minute. I mean, people consume that they get global get the sugar get the regular thing. You get Rahako and say regular you get one people then and they are even recommended people to make one day rather than buying from the market. Cuma mas ke buka dompet. Cuma mas buka suluk malam. Cuma mas buka cerai basi akhirnya di oleh defare. If you eat these things at the end of the day, you are doomed. Not a February, but it's a he said, like I said, I will stop over again immediately and call an alpha to actually take a reaction, and then we'll do more analysis. Protect the staff before you that sort of, in case we ever need for any more clarification, you call. I know it was a long 2 hours of this. We apologize to Lulu, but thank you all very much for honoring our invitation. Then I'm going to do this and you know about show you gave me Gambia Talent TV, but Osman you neck around and take out my group. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If this is your first time following us on Gambia Talent TV on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and promotion. You may actually get point about intelligence and content after to direct YouTube when you what is our we say that we direct to see if we will get hold of her to get
Thank you. It's a long day. Your sister too.
Understand?